Day one of the Washington Commanders mandatory minicamp practices are officially in the books. And with that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from yet another practice here in Washington. And in this video, we're going to break down pretty much everything you need to know about the Commanders practice one for minicamp. Before we jump into the video, and we're actually going to talk a lot about Jayden Daniels because looking really good, right? Before we get into that though, do me a big favor. I start all my videos off like this. Go give a follow, and I want to give a big shout out to the media members over there in Washington, man, because without them, this video isn't even possible. So do me a favor, go follow them on Twitter. They post highlights for every single practice, and we'll keep you guys updated in real time. Even if we can't post a video, they got you guys covered. So go follow them. Big shout out to them. They work hard each and every single day to get highlights out for you guys. And like I said before, without them, these videos aren't even possible. Go follow them real quick. Now, with that being said, let's dive into the video. Now, the major point of this video is Jayden Daniels is slowly starting to break out here throughout off-season workouts, and we've seen it during rookie minicamp. He looked really, productive, effective, good, right? OTAs come around, again, takes leadership. I mean, he's commanding the offense and making every throw. Now, OTAs, you see that times 10. He's doing better and better, working out. Before anyone gets in the building, he's there. You see the mindset, you see the work ethic, you see the growth. From day one to now, he is getting better and better each and every single day, which in my eyes is a terrifying sight if you're not a Commanders fan. If you're a different team, seeing him do this, I mean, dude. And again, I know, take everything with a grain of salt because it's just OTAs and mandatory minicamp, right? We're going to know more once the pads come on. But this dude looks so locked in right now, and the work ethic alone stands out to me. And, it's going to pay off. It will pay off. The footwork, if you see over the first couple of clips of this video, the footwork is something that just looks, unmatched, right? And there's a big difference from day one of rookie minicamp to now. I mean, dude, he's put in so much work. So you really got to love that. You're seeing a lot of veterans getting some big-time plays. I will say, though, before we move on, he did throw an interception today, Jayden Daniels, but it was deflected. It was a tip pass. Jeremy Chin actually did get it. We also did hear big news about Jeremy Chin, where he was actually offered more money to play. I believe the Pittsburgh Steelers offered him more money to go there, but he said, listen, I love Dan Quinn. I love Joe Witt Jr. I would much rather throw my talent over to Washington with these coaches for the DB room, and I think I could be so much more effective with these guys as my coach, right? We know what Dan Quinn and Joe Witt have done throughout their career with DBs and defenses, let alone, right? But, specifically, I think Jeremy Chin, a guy with insane amount of potential, had a bad year last year because he was thrown into a nickel role, which I never thought they should have done over there in Carolina, but now comes back over, not back, but goes over to Washington with a great coaching staff. I think Jeremy Chin is about to have a nasty season, if I'm being completely honest. Now, we do have some more news and notes. Before we get into that, though, do me a big favor, hit the like button just so we can get this video out to more Commanders fans around the world, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. We will be covering the Commanders throughout the entirety of the offseason, which includes not only the rest of mandatory minicamp, but also training camp, preseason, regular season as well. Once the season does kick off, we're going to be breaking down some all 22 coaches film. That way you guys are up to date with the film analysis as well. And lastly, we will be streaming some of these games, watching them live. If you want to watch them with me, follow me on Twitch. It's Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. Go check that out. Now, let's get back into the video a little bit. Another thing to note was the offensive line. Now, the one thing about this offensive line that's very interesting as of right now is who is going to be that left tackle, right? They have so much faith in Brandon Coleman, right? They think he is going to be a stud at the left tackle position for years to come. But as of right now, they are sticking to their main guns here with Cornelius Lucas. He is, taking the majority of those first team reps at the left tackle position. And I'm really excited and intrigued to see, how guys, implement themselves onto this offensive line, right? The Brandon Colemans, the Nick Allegrettis, the Tyler Bees, who's an absolute monster, right? Andrew Wiley and Sam Cosme, right? So I'm excited to see how these guys, Michael Dieter as well, could definitely work his way up the depth chart. So I'm excited to see how these guys, work out and which one of these guys become the full-time starters going forward. We also had some more Jayden Daniels. Dynamic Brown caught a deep pass from Jayden Daniels as he rolled out to his right. Looked like, according to multiple media sources, that it would have been a sack, but Jayden Daniels still made a very, very nice throw on the right, rolling out to his right, pretty much on the run. So that was nice. Marcus Mariota made a couple of nice passes today. It was a beautiful sideline grab from, I believe, Davion Davis, if I'm not mistaken. He made a nice catch down, the sideline, keeping both feet in bounds. So that was definitely a major takeaway from practice. We see Jayden Daniels also make some really nice throws deep down the field. Definitely, you're just seeing a lot of good things out of him, man. And I can't stop raving about him because every time I turn on the film, and not even the film, the practice footage, you can just see this man's got so much potential. Emmanuel Forbes, he's getting a lot of work in on punt return. So, I'm curious to see how he continues to grow as a player. Obviously, coming out of college, he was known as a big-time threat to, force turnovers, and that's exactly what Joe Witt and Dan Quinn really want out of their DBs, guys who can, generate turnovers, because if you win the turnover game in most games, you'll probably win a lot of those, right? So, Emmanuel Forbes is a guy that has a lot of work to do. He's got to build some muscle, got to put some weight on there, but man, not bad for day one of mandatory minicamp practice. I need you guys to do me a favor and comment down below a player or two or three. Who do you think could break out this year for the Washington Commanders? And listen, I know there's not a lot to go off of. We're basically only looking at camp highlights with no practice or no pads or whatnot. So do me your best and comment down below a guy you think can really break out this season. I mean, for me, I think, Ben Sinnott is a guy that's interesting. I don't think he'll be a year one breakout just because Zach Ertz in the role that he'll play year one. But if you really, really want to know someone I think is going to break out, it's someone we talked about a little while ago. Jeremy Chin. I think Jeremy Chin is going to have a massive season. And again, we talk about the new coaching staff here with Washington and what they can do for him. I think they're going to put him in the perfect spot, the perfect position to succeed with this team. And even Mike Sainristil, I think, has a really good opportunity to shine here in Washington. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications, because like I said before, we will be covering the entirety of the Commanders offseason, from camp to preseason to regular season, everything you need to know. Join the family, turn on post notifications, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next Commanders update. Peace.